if by the sound of my voice it sounds like this game is slowly crushing my will to live, you're not wrong. So thanks to the power of the internet, I never would have expected this to work. Like, I know the tungsten one's doing it, but this is I would never have thought that this would work at all. Like, before I tried this, I would have just assumed that the picture that all of this down here. What are you doing? That's automated, you putz. Get out of here. I just assumed that this was going to melt that eventually, and I would have to come back and fix it, but it didn't. Now, the first attempt landed here with 2 turbines. It failed miserably. I turned it on, and bad things happened. We won't talk about them because you're not going to see them. So I went kind of full stupid. It's busy chewing on all this more than 200-degree rock from down here. This is falling here. Standard kind of wait till it's 200. Works fine. I still got to build an actual cooler in, because right now it's just being spat up here. It's down to 100 and some, because this works great until the niobium falls, and then the niobium falls and it stays here, and it heats the whole thing up. So this takes forever to go anywhere, right? Like this spot's, okay, this piece of niobium is 200. That's 200. And then somewhere around here, there's one thing in the way that's over 200, just because temperature doesn't quite level out among everything as easily as I would like. But it's working. And one of the things I gotta do is I need to tear this down. I think that's the first part. And I'm gonna need some kind of delivery mechanism where I can just shoot this stuff through space at the main planet, because 6 tons at a time on a rocket has led to a backlog of almost 1,000 tons. I never expected this thing to make so damn much. It makes so much niobium. This thing has made more niobium than I have made steel. Let's see here. One of these guys have been around the longest, I think. You? How old are you? You are 1,200 and some cycles. 1,300 cycles. I have pulled more niobium out of a pool than I have made steel in 6,000 cycles. I can't explain it. Over here on Stinkala, these things produce squat. They don't produce diddly. I could hook all these up and still not make enough tungsten to actually really care. But what I have managed to do is not exactly automate feeding the tree. It's getting barbecue. I could, if it didn't take so long for eggs to quote-unquote not hatch properly in a storage bin, then this is probably going... Oh, it would be fully automated for one, right? You put them in a bin, they wait a long time, and they crack. They turn into raw egg on the ground. You can heat that 80 degrees, it turns into omelets, and you can ship it out, and the dupe action required is labor. It's like, the dupe labor is just keeping them happy to make more eggs. But since they're involving dupe labor anyway, they cook it into barbecue goes into the tree works out resin, Resin is currently, again, a system that needs to be replaced. But since effectively all the digging, there's nothing left to dig here on Stinkala. Effectively all the construction is done. There's really not much I can add here, mostly due to a lack of real estate. That... Come here, Stink. I took down the... When did I do that? I took down the skill scrubber. Oh, I know why, because I had to... I put it somewhere that I had to put. I think I built the triage cots where it used to be. Dude. It's time for Stinky to say goodbye to this place and get ready for his next trip somewhere. What? Uh-oh. Oh, there. Whew, I was worried for a minute. This place, my nice natural sweetweed farm, keeps getting heat. Probably from through here? What I don't get is why this water is so warm. Oh, I know why. Because I've got a... That's why. There's a bunch of piping that runs through here that's kind of warm. That's a vacuum, so this shouldn't warm up, but it does. I'm not sure where the heat comes from. Every now and then I tear all the snow tiles out, put new snow tiles in, and it's nice and cold for a little while. This is going to get a dedicated cooling system because it's right here. Granted, it's not the easiest place to get to because someone's got to come all the way up over here and in there and blah blah blah. I mean, what I could do is just mount, if I'm going to cool it anyway. Oops. That's a little overkill. 1, 2, 3, a bunch of... If I'm going to cool it anyway, I could quite easily fill it with shipping. And then it wouldn't matter. Because it would all get trucked out in time anyway. Well, I wouldn't get... Do I have them on? Yeah, they're on harvest, so that would... It would cut down the amount of sweet wood I get. That said, 7.8 million calories of frost buns. Sleet wheat's not an issue. Picking up on... Why is the... Oh, right. Yeah, I'm saving pemmican for a reason. Because we're going to need it. Because Stinky is going to be on the next leg of his journey, which is going to be... Actually, it's going to be Methano. I have to land something here. I have to land someone here. Build a pad. Get down here. Pick those up and leave. Because I don't really see any reason to stay. I'm really not gonna farm gassy moos. Because you have to keep going and getting them. The sheer amount of stuff that rovers can't dig through really soured me on developing this place beforehand. It has... Where are you? You are just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are just far enough away that I can't send a regular rocket. And all you have is a chlorine vent. Chlorine vent and a bunch of natural gas that's going to evaporate into space the moment I do anything. A giant pile of chlorine is going to get in the way of stuff. I don't need the chlorine. And I'm fairly certain there is not another POI over in this corner. Like, I am fairly certain that there is not another POI over here. When I land Stinky, we'll find out, but I'm pretty sure there isn't. But these two artifacts will be the last two I have to get before we make egg. with the 2 that are still sitting on Stinkala, and those 2 there, that's going to get us all 4. It's going to get us to 10 terrestrial artifacts. So it's going to finish that one. Then after that, it's just the Great Escape. After that, this, I send all this stuff here, and I don't think I'm going to do a damn thing with it. Because there's nothing here. There's nothing here. It's just natural gas and chlorine. And moose. Like, okay, then I have to farm these things. And I have to go gas grass. Which I would have to pit plant because I have to make liquid chlorine and there is no power source here. There's just ambient natural gas. I would have to make liquid chlorine, which means I would need to run an aqua tuner, a pump, a bunch of other stuff, life support on a planet with here, substandard heat, too much radiation. Don't think that's worth it. Tell you what, Stinky, you hop in there, Skill Scrubber. This room where all the mammoths are. They keep giving me mammoth eggs, so it's like, okay, well, I'll get a mammoth egg. It'll die, it'll get turned into barbecue. The tree gets happy. I did finally manage to get... what? You were princes, like... God damn it. I had princes in there! Every time it does this. Oh, I with a bunch of princes and a bunch of regular puffs. I hate you things. Alright, Stinky is just about done etch-a-sketching his brain. Bleh. Okay, you get where you is. Stinky, you get rocket piloting. And your hat back. Spacefarer module is change crew to Stinky crew. Change that back to Gildan. Won't need the suit. And off you go. Ave Equivale, Stinky. See you back on the homeworld. Welcome back, Stinky. You have been all over the place. Take you off a crew, because if I don't, where are you? Don't, you'll keep running up here to eat pemmican and sleep in that bed. Also have... bring this useless machine all the way down here, just in case someone forgets it. The strange brick. And last but not least, let's dump out these boxes that are full of tungsten and eggshells and other random junk. And this 5 tons of liquid resin, which we're going to move all the way down here. Because that's something I need. I gotta boil it into actual resin first. I couldn't really do that on the other place. I don't have enough hot spots that are the right level of hot. I tried to use this, which worked right up until I stopped paying attention. The tungsten volcano dumped some stuff in here and turned a bunch of it into liquid naphtha. It's a renewable resource, so I didn't feel too bad about it. But there's no actual real, like, this says it's 100 some degrees. It's not really. Like, this was going to be the first attempt at a an evolution chamber for Drekos. Well, I'll just pump, you know. I'll just pump hot hydrogen gas through here, and at no point did it ever heat this place up enough, which is why I went to the drowning method. Over on Geldan, I have... Where are we? Liquid resin. Which is technically here, but not here. Be that way. Liquid resin. Oil is a 125. If you're not careful, iso resin will turn the liquid now up to 200, so I need 150. Somewhere around here. You're not quite cold enough. You're way too hot. Grumble, 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 grumble. I'm going to have to make a spot. Specifically dedicated to this, aren't I? Of course, you're too hot, so... I will need... when I do this. At least here I have the real estate and power to just try something dumb. Over on Stinkala, it's kind of cramped, and my power generation is quite literally a bunch of solar panels and 2 hydrogen generators. I could have expanded this out, but I chose not to. Plus, then I would have to... I may still do something like that here. If it looks like I can swing the power. Like, yeah, I've got a bunch of hydrogen gas. That doesn't last as long as you think. But over here, I definitely have room, and I have room right where I need it. So I could delete a bunch of junk and literally just run a... What did it say I wanted? 125? Someday I'll remember all this stuff. Flash is at 125, so if I brought a bunch of this stuff down here... Are you running supercoolant? I would need to run more junk through there than I already am, which doesn't sound like an issue, except that I'm already running all the junk through there that I can. I went through at 127. You're way too hot. That's not gonna be dependable enough because it's those are volcanoes. This is stuff that horks out of the geo vents. Could I, in theory, thief heat out of a geo vent? If I were to put Can't even get in there. Doesn't help me. Doesn't help me at all. You're running a 140, 150. In theory, I could run it through there. Just pipe it in, drop it, and pick it up. Because this doesn't run too hot, and the added coolness of the resin should not bung it up too badly. Plus, I can get in right here. Are you done melting? You done melting all the snow tiles up here? Can you just stop? I'm gonna go get mad. And hopefully have all these problems solved for you by the next time we meet. I'll see you in the future.